Hello and welcome back, YouTube. So it's still Thursday, May 25th, 2023, 10:06 a.m. and I have the job. I'm hired. I come in at 5 a.m. tomorrow, and I'm actually not going to be driving the reach truck, and I'm actually very thankful for that. At some point, I'll work up to that, and that's cool. But they've actually got me on a Raymond forklift, basically the Raymond equivalent to the forklift that that jet is loud. The Raymond equivalent to the wow, I can't even say the name of the company I work for right now. That is I just had a realization. I just got hired by a company. If somebody asks me who I work for, I'll be like, I don't know. I just know where I got to be at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Good times. Williams Sonoma. It's not the name of the company. That might be the name of the furniture company, but that's not the name of the logistics company. Anyway, that was an experience and a half. Change the windows around a bit. I've got no air conditioning, so I got to have some airflow or I'm going to cook because it's gotten a lot warmer since I got here. So yeah, they had me get on a Raymond forklift. Actually, the same ones that I walked by and I've commented on that are over at Costco. With one very big difference from what I'm used to at Amazon, and that's that these have long forks on it. Because it's a furniture warehouse and I'm moving much larger items, it's got what I would call double length forks. So the forks that I'm working with stick out twice as far as what I'm accustomed to. The pallets are twice as big as what I'm accustomed to. I did okay with it. I met the person who's going to be my direct manager. I get a feeling the person that I've been talking to up until this point is kind of a regional person. So yeah, I'm talked to the person who's going to be my direct manager. Had me drive around just to see, hey, can you drive this thing? Which I did, and had me do a checklist, a paper checklist. And of course, it's like, okay, I know the things to check on a forklift, but as they're described on this paper list, I don't know. The way it works at Amazon is it's a digital thing that I go through, and it asks fully written out questions. And at this point, like I've memorized everything. I've memorized everything as far as like what all needs to be the checklist. So I kind of like, I'll check all the things I know I need to check, and then I'll go through the checklist and just answer the questions, yes or no, just so there's record that I've checked it. A lot of the guys that I work with, when they do that, I watch them. They don't check shit on the forklift. They just go through the checklist and answer all the questions and then go to work. I'm always pretty diligent. In fact, I'm always very diligent about checking everything on the forklift because I don't want to be one of those guys, and it happens at GYR3, one of those guys that gets out into the work areas and suddenly their forks won't tilt, or their forks won't raise or lower, or they're leaking hydraulic fluid everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, you didn't check that. I'm taking it you didn't check that in the charging area before you came out when you went through the telemetry menu and told it that you did. And of course I get dirty looks for pointing that shit out, but whatever. These things are there for a reason. Anyway, it was a paper checklist, so it was kind of awkward because like for everything there'd be like one word, and I'd be like, yeah, what are you when it says plate, what is it referring to by plate? It's like this language is kind of foreign to me. You're gonna have to be a little more specific. And of course, when you point stuff out, I'm like, okay, all right. Now, there were definitely some things that they're asking me to check on the forklift before I go out that I'm not accustomed to checking. But for the most part, it's the same check, just a different procedure for recording the check had been done. Now, I've been well aware, and I didn't mention it to them when they hired me. I did mention it after I was already hired, kind of real briefly. but I didn't want them to use that as a basis to not want to hire me. But I'm well aware that the Amazon forklifts are speed limited. And I've had other forklift operators tell me about how, if you got a problem with it and a manager comes in and locks it, don't just don't say anything. Like, just try and see if you can, after they unlock it, if you can just get on it and don't let them lock it back up, because then it won't be speed restricted. Now, my issue has never been about speed restriction. There's also a restriction, and there's a relay, and I've talked about this, particularly when I've been talking about unloading totes and some tricks I've learned to try to get the relay to cycle modes faster. And I know that's an added Amazon thing. It's not just a Jungheinrich forklift thing, but where a relay needs to go in place to sense that you're stationary before you can raise and lower the forks, and that you need to, and then when you're in, and then while that's in place, it won't let you roll forward or back. You can't be in motion. However, you can rotate your wheel. You just can't go anywhere with it. So I've kind of got into the practice of, and now I'm wondering like how many things that I've gotten the practice of doing that has made me more efficient on the forklift I'm used to working. It's almost like those on a different lift with different that doesn't have the restrictions that I've been trying to overcome are going to be bad habits that I kind of need to break. But I'm really glad that he said, oh wow, there's some houses off to the right. All brand new build houses. Anyway, yeah, him saying that the two people I was working with today, I think the one guy's name was, I can't remember if it was Michael or Jonathan. Yeah, that's the same thing, right? And then the other guy is Adolfo, the manager is Adolfo. He seemed a little less than thrilled with my performance, but I did tell him, it's like, this is a little different than what I'm used to. At first I was like really jerky when he was moving me around, and then the other guy explained to me something. I'm like, well, what's the trick to this? Like, how do I make this not be so jerky? And the big difference, and I really didn't know this, none of the videos I watched prepared me for this, but the joystick I'm used to using in the Jungheinrich is, and the best thing I can think of to compare it to is video game joysticks. It's like an Atari joystick, where you've got contact switches, and you're making the contact or you're not making the contact. So you pull the joystick all the way to make the contact. And as far as the speed, it depends on how long you hold it. The speed builds. The speed builds. I'm used to pushing the joystick all the way, and then the speed builds, and if I don't want it to go any faster, then I let it off and I pump it. And granted, pumping is also a part of operating the Raymond, but the Raymond is more like an analog computer joystick, where it senses how far you've, it's just a potentiometer in place. It's sensing how far you've pushed it. Yeah, they didn't really word it to me in that way, and I just, once I figured that out, and it was the other guy, not Adolfo, but the other guy that was kind of there next to me watching me, and they're of course discussing how my performance is, where I'm like, once he explained that, I'm like, oh, okay. He's telling me to be gentle, and I'm kind of going, I don't know, I didn't, like the word gentle, like if he just said it's a potentiometer, not a switch, like that would have made sense to me, but most people don't use that kind of language or even think about what the actual physical stuff is within the, within the controls. Ooh, dust devil on the left. That's fun to watch. I hope it doesn't blow into my car. I can't tell if this Circle K is open. It looks like it is not. Ah, brand new Circle K in the process of going in here. I got a feeling 107th Avenue and Northern Circle K is going to become part of my daily routine. Just saying. Once it's open. More brand new warehouses on the right. A little disappointed that this piece of Northern is. I was under the impression that we're going to make this like a freeway all the way to the 101, and it looks like what I'm driving on is how it's going to be. It's a lot wider than the last time. Well, not the last time I came out here. That was yesterday. It was exactly the same. But when I used to like semi-regularly, and by that I mean every couple months, use this road when I would go out to my sister's place, which I mentioned earlier was on Greenway off the Loop 303. And I would often take this route rather than going all the way down to I-10. And I need to eat. I desperately need to eat. I feel like at this point I'm free to have a. I mean I'm not gonna go eat at Fleming's, which I'm almost to Fleming's. That's a for those who don't know, that's a very pricey but very good steakhouse. The Fleming's, which is coming up here on the left, I did their Christmas party a couple years in a row as a karaoke DJ. And I forget how the hell I hooked up that gig. Sure, it's somebody I met at Gilligan's, but yeah, I was kind of surprised because this is a little farther than I typically travel for karaoke gigs. But, you know, you can meet people in Scottsdale that have connections all over the world. So, yeah, that Fleming's is right up here. Assuming it's still there, it was like right around here on the left. Oh, there it is. Wait, no, that's BJ's. Never mind. Seems like it was right in there. Of course, it might not still be there. Things changed, and that was quite a long time ago. Anyway, yeah, I'm not looking at that kind of a celebratory meal, but you know, it doesn't even matter what my budget is. What I want is Del Taco. Let's be honest. What do I want? I want some freaking Del Taco. Anyway, sorry I'm talking in circles. This is just me trying to process everything. I'm so excited that I'm hired. Like, that went really good. I was awfully nervous, but Adolfo just pretty much said, look, we want to see you get comfortable on the equipment. There's no rush, no speed. Just our concern is scanning accuracy, which they didn't teach me anything about scanning. That'll happen tomorrow. It's scanning accuracy and scanning accuracy, safety, not damaging anything. This is my first time working with racking. And I've mentioned that before when I've walked around, when I've shot videos kind of going in and out of Costco, that, I've considered applying to be I kept saying I was going to apply at Costco to operate a forklift there so I wouldn't have a work commute. And instead I get this job where I've got double the work commute. It's okay. I'm excited. This is like this may be the quickest in my adult life that I've gone from like one job to another job, and I'm still not fully let go from Amazon. But I have pretty much made a commitment to this place, and I feel really good about it. I feel like I'm getting in like right. The building's not open yet. I mean, it's open, but it's not open. It's not running anywhere near full capacity. It's oh, yeah, this is the piece of Bethany Home that's been renamed to Cardinals Way. And that's the State Farm Arena, where the Arizona Cardinals play, and where the Super Bowl was this year. On my left. I'm not sure if the video caught it. Probably didn't. I have no idea what that building is on the left. That's new. It always trips me out every time I drive through, even here, like how much new development there is compared to the last time I was here. It's so bizarre to me that there's just all this development along the 101 and along the 303. and in all the space in between. Like, in my mind, this is still all empty desert. But, you know, it used to be that Arizona, or that Phoenix was just a little bit ahead of Philadelphia for the 5th largest city in America. And with all the growth Phoenix has had in the last couple of years, it's not even close anymore. And I think Philadelphia has actually lost some population. That's kind of been in the news here lately. Anyway, so the forklift, yeah, he had me drive it around a little bit, which I was doing. Oh, that guy is tailgating in a semi. Yikes. Saw a Circle K off to the right. Wow, and so many new build tract houses going in on the right that are just all hideous, all with dark gray roofing tiles. I just don't get how that's a trend here. And of course, you know, it's all probably got an HOA where you can't change the color of that whatsoever. You just have to deal with its energy and efficiency. So I'm kind of excited, like at this point I'm going to be kind of double dipping because I'm still receiving pay from Amazon. And if I do win my appeal, I still got to somehow figure out how to end that job. But oh, I did finally hear this morning from Katrina, by the way. I am in the wrong lane. And assuming she just got off work, she was probably asleep by the time I responded to her like an hour later. Which is fine. Like, I know her schedule. I mean, I really know her schedule. Like, I know what time to message her that she'll see it on her break. Kind of know her schedule. But, yeah, I told her I was going in, so pretty excited. Oh, hey, this is something worth mentioning. So I said that I thought my issue with my phone was resolved with my Obama phone 4. Was resolved because I got a text message saying that I was renewed, blah, blah, blah. Right after I ended the last video, I walked up to the door was locked, and, oh, this guy's gonna just go right up on that guy's ass. I don't understand why people creep up on and practically rear-end people. That looks like my Lexus, if my Lexus wasn't trashed. This is exactly the style of Lexus I have right there. The car is passed on the right, but the other guy was... The guy in the SUV felt the need to tailgate on. So yeah, I got there and the door was locked. So I was like, "It's okay. I'll just call Raphael, the hiring manager." And instead of it going to him, it went to Assurance Wireless customer service. And so I'm like kind of tugging on doors and trying to peek in windows. And apparently, like, the general manager of the plant saw me peeking in his window, and he came out like, he looked like kind of like, "What are you doing here? What are you, like, you're, you know," he kind of came at me like I was somebody trespassing or something. And at least I'm wearing safety shoes and a high visibility safety vest, you know. So I look like, so at least I look like a lost and confused warehouse worker. But no, yeah, I just quickly said, yeah, I'm looking for. I said I'm looking for. I'm supposed to meet Raphael at 9 o'clock to test on driving a forklift here. I said, but for some reason my phone's not connecting to it. And he just let me in and, like, got him. He was in his office. And yeah, he had told me that he tried to text me and that he got an automated response saying something about the number was blocked or whatever. So anyway, obviously the situation with Assurance Wireless has not resolved itself, and I need to take care of that. So that's on the agenda for today. Taking care of the air conditioning and going to Rob's shop is on the agenda of the day. First things first, I'm getting hunger pains and I need to eat. Yeah, I pretty much ran out of sandwich stuff last night. And where am I going to eat? I really want to go to Del Taco. Which, if I remember right, is at 75th and Lower Buckeye. It's part of me just really wants to go into the Amazon GYR3 break room and eat. But I don't have my badge with me, and B, I'm pretty sure that my badge wouldn't work right now. But anyway, it's 10:25. It's like first half of day shift, so there's only a limited amount of people in that building that I know right now. Most of my people are probably in bed sound asleep. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head over to that Del Taco. Like, I know my budget is better than that for food right now, but that's just really what I'm craving. Their pork carnitas combo burritos are back, and I freaking love those. Speaking of pork carnitas combo burritos, I've not heard back from Natalie. I've not gone back to her little campsite to see if she's still there. Still think about her though. She's an interesting. She's an intriguing woman to me, and regardless of where she's at in her life right now. Oh, and there's GYR3 on the left. Hopefully the camera's getting some of it. Not sure if this new warehouse I'm going into is bigger or the same size. It kind of felt bigger inside, but I'm thinking that's just because when I get inside GYR3, a good portion of that is KRB3, which is technically a different. Well, I just noticed different color street signs on the right. So, right side of the road is. I'm assuming the blue street signs are Tolleson. Dang, I'm wanting to pull into Circle K to get my Sip and Save drink, but I'm headed to. I didn't get my Sip and Save drink yet. Finally, renew my Sip and Save. First day I have to renew it, and I didn't yesterday. Whoops! Whoa! Hello, truck. What the hell was that? Wow. Hope you all saw that. If you weren't looking, if you're just listening and want to back it up and watch that, that truck just did a crazy maneuver right in front of me. Yeah, that's definitely Tolleson street signs. I'm in Tolleson right now. Yeah, I never noticed until the day I got fired from Amazon that bus stop there on Van Buren was a Tolleson bus stop, not a Phoenix bus stop. One of the signs on the left looked like unincorporated Maricopa County. Light here is Buckeye. There's a QT over here. Oh, that's a nice big QT. I'm at Buckeye and 83rd Avenue. And those are definitely ADOT street signs and an ADOT traffic light. Actually, no, not ADOT. My bad. MCDOT. Maricopa County Department of Transportation. It did say Buckeye Road MC85, and what MC85 stands for is Maricopa County 85. That's actually a county maintained road versus a city maintained road. And now I'm back in Phoenix street signs. So I'm back in the city of Phoenix, surrounded by track, really nice but all beige matching boring track tones. There's a teenage girl shot really near here, very near here, about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, and I was commenting on the YouTube channel. Somebody was like, is that a bad part of town? And I was just having this whole argument with somebody about what what this part of town was like, and I'm like, no, it's really not a bad part of town. That's like all new nice. Thinking this is the fries my friend is working at these days. 83rd and Lower Buckeye. Wow, that traffic pole above me to the right is very odd looking. It's weird how they got Lower Buckeye here. They got poles coming across from both sides. You know, I always kind of would look at traffic light poles. Just something I've always been curious about, and just always, I don't know, it just was